And we're back with another PicoCTF challenge. This time we're looking at ReadMyCert, which is a cryptography challenge. Description: how about we take you on an adventure exploring certificate signing requests? Take a look at this file. It says download it and try to read it. So first we're going to talk about what a CSR is, why it's important, then how to generate them, and then finally I'll show you guys the flag. A CSR is a way of sending to someone who's higher up in the chain than you a request to sign your digital key. So basically what happens is there are root CAs that sign intermediate certificates, and then finally those intermediate certificates sign what goes on servers. So viewed another way, you have this kind of hierarchical approach to things. And what you can see, the reason why it's important is it's the way that your browser tells if something is valid or not. And you can see, well, let's start with this. When you hit the padlock, you're going to see your connection is secure in Wikipedia. And the way it's secured is verified by Let's Encrypt. If you click through there, you'll see under security, you can see the certificate they have. So this is for the common name, wikipedia.org, which is our URL. The issuer Let's Encrypt validated it, and it's valid from February 23rd to May 24th, as well as for all these subdomains. And then here's R3, so this was the intermediate Let's Encrypt, and they themselves, they were signed by this ISRG root, Internet Security Research Group root. So this is the root CA, this is intermediate CA, and this is the domain. All right. And the reason that's important is because if you go to a website that does not have a cert that goes all the way up to a root CA, and those root CAs are built into the browser, I'm going to show you that in a second, you get a message like this. And the reason is because anyone can claim to be any server on the internet. But we hope that these root CAs, they verify who everyone is, and they only allow the Google to be Google, for example. And we can see if we go under privacy and security down to view certificates, we can see we have these built-in root CAs. These are the certificate authorities that Firefox allows by default. Chrome has a very similar group of certificates. And so everything has to trace back in the way that we followed with Wikipedia back to this. All right. So let's manually generate an example so you can see what a CSR is and see that this is not magic. This is very simple stuff. OpenSSL is the tool that's used for most of this stuff. We are going to create a new request for a new key using the RSA 2046 cipher. We're going to get a private key out, as well as a CSR. You're going to see we're going to get prompted for some stuff. I'm going to just put in ABCD. We're asked about our country, state, city, organization. Going through fast now. Common name, we'll say none. Email address. The idea is we're trying to set up a way to validate who people are on the internet, and we're going to verify it. Optional company name, we won't put in anything. And you can see right there, I have my private key, and then I have my CSR as well. All right, so now we've established how you make CSRs. Let's take a look at their CSR. So readmycert.csr was what we got from the challenge. And if we double click it, you'll see immediately Kali, because it's great and it's you know, it's got a dragon on the desktop, right? You know, like how could this not immediately know how to read this? It gives us the flag. Unfortunately, you might be on something other than Kali. And so you might be looking at this and let's say you just wrote it out to see what the text content is. You would see this, and you would see it was base 64 encoded, and you might take this and try to decode it, and it would be a little more challenging. So here we're using CyberChef, and we're taking the input that was base 64. You knew it was base 64 based off the fact that it was all upper and lower case numbers and ended in equal sign. And we are piping it through the recipe of taking it back from being base 64 encoded to decoded. And it looks largely like machine text, but you can see we do get the flag out. And I'm going to give you one other way that you could do this. Again, Open SSL is like key for all this stuff. It's the #1 tool you use when doing the CSR stuff. So there's this online CSR decoder that you can pop it into, or they tell you the command line option that you can use. So let's try the command line, and we'll do ReadMyCert SSR or CSR, and you can see some of the details, and you can see the common name they're trying to assign. So this would be the website name, was the flag. Let's go ahead and submit it, get our points. And if this was helpful to you, you can help me out by liking, commenting, subscribing, etc. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye.